Would you like to know how to secure your financial future? At philsgang.com, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang staff teaches and coaches you to build a successful investing plan to achieve your goals. philsgang.com gives you instruction on how to find low-risk, high-potential investing opportunities in the stock market. If you're new to the stock market and want to master the basics of stock investing and learn how to invest in stocks with little risk, then philsgang.com is your place. Learn from their extensive collection of educational videos about investing strategies and the analysis of charting. Every weekday, philsgang.com hosts live market webinars. They post market updates throughout the day. They have working investor programs, and they provide financial updates throughout the day, and all material is archived. For only $39.95 a month, there is no other service like Phil's Gang offers. Start the new year off right. Secure your financial future with philsgang.com. Give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all material is archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Throws billions of dollars at defense while ransacking America's investment in jobs, education, innovation, clean energy, and life-saving medical research. It will leave our nation weakened.
Oh, really? Don't you love the way she talks about the medical research? People are going to die. Yeah, we're not going to have enough money for medical research. He's taking all that money, and he's going to use it for making sure the VA is doing well, making sure we build our military so we're safer. Boy, she hates that. Don't listen to her. She's nuts. What is she talking about? This is really unbelievable. When she's talking about it's the National Institute of Health. That's what she's talking about when she say, well, we're going to, people are going to die. People aren't going to have good health. The National Institute of Health is a joke. It's a joke. It's the only agency that's not even regulated. Nobody even oversees it. They get 68,000 grants. It's a government agency. It's just nuts. So Pelosi objects to Trump cutting even their duplicate programs. They have so many duplicate programs, it's unbelievable at this agency. And the reason why they have so many duplicate programs, so that the family members and friends of congressmen and women can take their family and friends and put them in these jobs in these duplicate agencies. There's massive fraud, massive waste. Life-saving research, she says. Life-saving medical research? What is she referring to? The National Institute of Health and the Center for Disease. One of their when they are spending $3.2 million in studying the best way to getting monkeys drunk. Yeah, $3.2 million on how is the best way you can get monkeys drunk. This is what she's all upset about. We're going to take that money and we're going to give it to the VA. We're going to take that money. We're going to increase our military. She's all upset. She wants to keep this agency who spent $3.2 million of our dollars to find out how to get a monkey drunk. Are you nuts? The NIH also spent $200,000 getting Japanese quail high on cocaine. They wanted to know how the Japanese quail, how they'd act if they're high on cocaine. They give our money to the Japanese. What are you, nuts? Why spend $200,000 to see what a quail will do when they're high on cocaine when you have Congressman Maxine Waters? Study her. You would see you could do that for nothing. You see how they act.
Liberal will be all about socializing, basically taking over, and the government running all of your companies.
This is a bunch of scumbags. While Putin is continuing to advance into Korea.
Yeah, there's a study. Putin's attacking Korea today. Remember that one? Study her. But no, you and I had to pay $200,000. How about when they spent $500? Now remember, this is the agency. She got her underwear all knotted up over because we're going to take a lot of the money away from this agency to help the veterans and to build our roads and to all the other programs and help build our military. But no, she'd rather not do that. She'd rather spend $544,000 on a study. Or on marketing, not a study, a marketing to convince young girls to get the HPV vaccine when just 4,000 die a year from cervical cancer, compared to 40,000 women who die with breast cancer. 4,000 compared to 40. Use that money for the 40,000. This is how they waste money. Look, 4,000, I'm not saying 4,000, even one person should die. But the point is, if you're going to spend $500,000, why don't you donate for breast cancer? Get that fixed. They spent $15 billion to convince Americans to eat better, to eat more healthy, to include more eating choices through what they call community transformation grants. $15 billion, not 15,000, not 50, $15 billion. You know what a waste that is? They also spent $90 billion. They gave it to the Chinese Communist scientists, not ours, the communist scientists, to develop a vaccine for a parasite disease that has nothing to do with us. Only China. They're the ones going to. Asia's going to bend, not us. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Then they spent $2.87 million because they wanted to find out why is it that the majority of lesbians are so fat. So they spent $2.87 million to find out. Are you kidding me? How about spending $15 million? They spent $15 million to find out why prostitutes, why would they spread a disease? Are you kidding? Why would prostitutes spread the $15 million to find out? You could call somebody, just go to a payphone. You can spend, 75 cents, call anybody. They'll tell you why prostitutes spread disease. But no, they gave them $15 million. It goes on and on and on. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? $15 million. So, now, just to give you an idea how much waste there is, and she's all upset. This is the life-threatening organization. If we don't have, if we cut the budget of NIH, this is going to be life-threatening. This is Pelosi. Life-saving medical research would be gone. Yeah, really. But let me put this in perspective for you as the cost. When she's referring to the National Institute of Health and the Center for Disease Control, which is one of the most wasteful government agencies there is, their budget, let's put in perspective, the combined budget of the U.S. Coast Guard, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, the FBI, the DEA, and the Secret Service yearly budget is $1 billion less than that of NIH. $1 billion less. If you combine the FBI, the DEA, the Secret Service, the Customs and Border Patrol, the U.S. Coast Guard, there you have a budget $1 billion less than the NIH. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. And duplication? It's unbelievable, the programs that they duplicate. $22 million they spent on an agriculture, forestry, and fishing program. Then they decide to set up the exact program for another $22 million under the Department of Agriculture. Same exact program. One for NIH, one for the Department of, same program for the Department of Agriculture. Same program, $22 million each. There's 20 programs that Trump is going to cut that are all like that. And she has a problem, and so do the other liberal socialist Democrats. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back, and we'll make some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software, I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. If you're a Phil's Gang member or a fan of the Phil's Gang Show, then you need the all-new Phil's Gang hat. Now available in a variety of colors and cool comfort styles for only $25. You can show your Phil's Gang pride with the stylish Are You Nuts hat or Phil's Gang logo hat. Don't wait. Go to philsgang.com and click on the shopping cart icon to order your hat today or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
I'm looking to make extra income, to plan for retirement and pay down my debt. Do you have any suggestions?
You should try Phil's Gang.
Tell me more. What is Phil's Gang?
Phil's Gang is an investing education service where Phil Grandy teaches you and guides you to making profits in the stock market using stock charts and following the technicals. Phil's Gang is a service for all types of investors, from beginners to experts. For only $39.95 a month, you'll get access to Phil's Gang live daily webinar class, Phil's alerts, and a huge library of educational investing videos.
But my time is very limited. Can Phil still help me?
Absolutely. With Phil's Gang, they have special programs tailored for anyone. You can follow him on just 3 stocks, or they have a working investor program for folks who have limited time, and all Phil's Gang material is archived, so you never miss a beat. Plus, if you have any questions, Phil's Gang has exceptional customer service support to assist you. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com to sign up. Or call them at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, let's go make some money together.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
Now you can follow me on ETFs, and by the way, you can supplement your 401k, which there's no way you're going to make any money, because if you compare the 401k mutual fund to the S&P, the expense is 20 times that of the S&P 500, the spider. 20 times. How are you going to make any money? It's impossible. You just won't. When you're all done and you're ready to retire, you're going to have very little left. With the spiders, you have 1/1800th of a expense. You know what your real expense is with your 401k, with all the hidden expense and everything else? It's really about 4%. About 4% when you're all done. In fact, if you look at a real return, an average return, what you get for a return in a 401k mutual fund, the average is negative 2.5% to, if you're lucky, to 4%. Once in a while, there are a few funds you can catch 7%. But the average, I'm talking about the average John Doe out there, you're going to either lose 2.5%, even go to 5%. The problem is the expense, where the average return on your spiders, a basket of the 500 best companies with no expense, hardly any expense at all, your returns are at least 11%. 11%. If you drop it back to the worst years, then it was 7-8%. But the benefits are so much better, because here's the real problem with your 401k mutual fund. If I was making 7%, I'd rather make even just 7% compared to even, let's say you could even get 5%. You got lucky, got 5% of your 401k. Here's the difference. When the market starts to crash in your 401k, you are not allowed to get out during the day. You got to wait to the very end of the day. You could be wiped out by the end of the day. Secondly, you can't turn around and make money as the market goes down, called shorting it, with a 401k mutual fund, but you can with the spiders. The tax consequences are brutal. At the end of each year, they do disbursements, whether you want one or not. If you're doing good, I don't want to pay. I don't want disbursements. You got to get them. Here you go. And they always dump. Here's the problem. They always dump their best stocks to show how they're performing. They're doing a good job at the end of the year to show their performance. They dump your best stocks and they keep all the crap. That's why you can't make money. And don't forget, during the day, $250 billion, B with a B, not a million, $1 billion. 88 million people get screwed a day. $250 billion in hidden fees where they buy and sell, burn and churn you. Isn't that ridiculous? So this is a good way to supplement your income for your retirement. Join my gang. Follow me. when I invest in the S&P, and I'm trying to find a position right now, when I invest in the S&P 500 stocks, then you just follow me every day. This is ideal for people who just have no time. Follow me. I put my money in. I do it right in front of you. I show you exactly what I'm doing. And nobody else would dare do that. Nobody had the guts to do that. But I will, okay? Because I show you how well this chart works. Because the key is when to get out. A good example, the S&P, we had a nice rally in the S&P. It started out at around $228, and that was back in January 9th. And then it went up to $240. So that we had a nice little 5% return. But here's the greatest thing. It turned red. So we knew to get out with a 5% return. Our fees are almost nothing. And all you had to do is follow me. All you have to do is follow me. What, take you 10 seconds a day? Not even that. So check it out. Go to philsgang.com and join my gang and follow me with these spiders and other ETFs. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. Go to philsgang.com and join. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. You know what? I can't wait until I hear this.
Well, I haven't worked in a number of years, and I don't type, and I don't take dictation, and I'm not very good at figures.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
I can't wait till she is fired. She is to be the dumbest woman or person in the world to ever have run this Federal Reserve. What she did yesterday, she's a fraud because she works for a bunch of parasites. The 400 richest people in the country, she works for them. She does what she's told to do. And what she did yesterday is basically tell them, we'll keep the market going. We're going to keep supporting this big, fat, ugly bubble. And that's what she did yesterday. Think about what she did. I'll go over the reasons in a little while how she should have never raised these rates. So, gold yesterday. Gold takes off. You remember what happened? She comes out, she has her rate hike, and all of a sudden the stock market goes up. And I tell my gang members, wait a minute. Don't you dare chase the stock market, and be very careful with the gold, because when the market went up yesterday, the yield, the 10-year Treasury did not go up. Remember, the higher yields on your 10-year Treasury, the higher interest rate, when you have bonds, the higher yield, the more that increases the value of the dollar. But yesterday, and what mostly happens when they raise interest rates, the bank stocks go up, but they didn't. They didn't. And guess what else should have gone up? The yield should have gone up with the dollar, because when the rates go up, the yields go up on the 10-year Treasury, the dollar goes up, and they didn't. So the yields went down, the dollar went down, and gold took off. And I said to everybody, just wait, hold on. Okay, don't get excited and start buying a lot of gold, because I said tomorrow morning, which was this morning, you're not going to see a follow-through. And guess what? I was right. There was no follow-through on the gold and no follow-through on the stock market. We'll talk more about that when we get back. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Phil'sGang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. Phil'sGang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're talking about, I want to go over how this is going to affect you, this rate hike, how it's going to affect the economy and what she actually did. Okay, and she should be in jail or in an insane asylum, actually, for what she did. But talking about nuts, Nancy Pelosi and Schumer are going to put together a group of socialist Democrats, communist Democrats, we should call them, to stop Trump from taking money from the NIH, which is the worst organization ever. And this is the same organization, remember now, that spent $200,000 to study how cocaine would affect the sex drive of the Japanese quail. They also gave Iowa State $5 million to fund fake AID experiments. And they're all upset that Trump's going to take the money away and give it to the veterans and give it to build our military, build our roads. But guess what else they did? Took $15 million of our tax dollars to test golf equipment in space. In space. 15 million. They brought it up there in space. Isn't that nuts? And another 1 million, they took the same monkey. If they put him on cocaine, see how he act, they put him on a treadmill. Monkey's on a treadmill. I don't know what they wanted to see. I guess they wanted to see how he acted after he took the cocaine, how he'd act on the treadmill. And then they spent $387,000 to give Swedish massage to bunnies, to rabbits. Yeah, $387,000. They gave Swedish massages to all these rabbits. And she's all upset, and Schumer's all upset that Trump's taking this money and putting it into his budget and taking it out of their budget. Isn't that just unbelievable? But we got another nut. Odd B, who's going to affect you. It's going to affect your family. It's going to affect your wallet. It's going to affect your retirement. And that's why every day I come on here and I beg you, I say, why don't you try to supplement your 401k mutual fund, which you're never going to make any money with. You're never going to beat the S&P 500 exchange traded fund. It's impossible to beat it. Since 1926, the S&P 500 fund has had a return average of 11.5% a year. 11.5% a year. What's wrong with that? Since 2008, the average return is 13.7% compared to your 401k mutual fund of a negative 2.5% to 5%, with an occasional 7%. You maybe get some fund, you get lucky 7%. That's insane. What's the difference? It's the fees. It's the fees. And that's why I keep telling you the expense ratio of the 401k mutual fund you now have is 20 times greater than the SPY, the Spider ETF. And I beg you to come join my gang for $39.95 and follow me. It takes 2 minutes. Most people who think they're going to invest in individual stocks and get money, most of the time they find out they don't have time. They just don't have time to do individual stocks, and that's why the people who use the spiders as an alternative, and I put my money in, and you follow me. And I do videos every night and say, here's what I'm doing with my spiders, here's what I'm doing with my money, I'm going to add to it, take money out, whatever I'm going to do, and it's you. Nobody has the guts. I'm the only one that does this, to do that in front of anybody. I'll do this in front of millions of people. So it's only $39.95. Sign up. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Try it for a month. Follow me for a month. Now, let's go to a crazy person by the name of Aunt B. This is unbelievable. She is so far over her head. She is so out of control. The Fed has now raised interest rates 3 times, the quarter point each time. So now we're up now, say, 75 points to 100 points. Are you kidding me? Now, in comparison, what she said she's going to do is raise them, and she's going to stop at a 3% rate by 2019. In comparison, Alex Greenspan raised interest rates 17 times and stopped at 5%. She's going to stop at 3%. This is nuts. Now, just think about this. Just before she raised rates, she received terrible economic news. And the reason why we saw yesterday the yield on the 10-year Treasury just drop, and the dollar, because remember, when you raise rates, the yield on the 10-year Treasury never drops. The yield goes up with the interest rate because it's supposed to be something positive, and of course the dollar goes up, but the yield and the dollar went down. Because Mr. Yield is saying, are you nuts? This woman's crazy. You going to stay in this market? There's not going to be any follow through the market come tomorrow. And I told you that yesterday. Remember? I told you this yesterday. So there's not going to be any follow-through. And I said, by the way, there's not going to be any follow-through in gold either. So be very careful. And I was dead on. Matter of fact, here's what I said to my gang members yesterday before she raised rates.
This afternoon, with gold, what will happen if they raise rates? I'm going to watch the dollar. When they raise rates, the dollars will tell me where my gold goes. If my dollar goes up, gold's going to go down. If my dollar goes down, gold's going to go up. That's all you got to watch.
And guess what happened? That's simple. Put it on the chart, and gold went up for that day. But then I said, and you heard me yesterday on the radio, I said, but we're not going to have a follow-through tomorrow. There's going to be no follow-through because the yield, Mr. Yield told us, hey, I'm going the other way. I'm not going to follow this market. And thank God we did too. Now, here's the problem. She also found out that not only did we find that the GDP that in February they said would be 3.4% came in yesterday, not at 3.4%, but at 0.9%. Yeah. Then we had the first consecutive monthly drop in real wages since 2011. Real wages. Now I'm talking about after inflation. You got to take after inflation into account, right? Have been flat or even, okay, or failing for decades, right? But yet she goes forward. She goes forward to this thing. I don't care if we're adding jobs or not. Those jobs are low-paying jobs anyways. Yet we're always told by the jibber-jabbers on CNBC and Fox Business how wages have rose 2.3% above the previous year in 2016. Really? But it doesn't matter. Why? So what? If they went up 2.3%, inflation went up 2.2%. So it wiped it out. She also got news yesterday that retail has collapsed. Retail sales falling off the cliff. Large department stores have now a record crash. We haven't seen department store sales this bad since 2008. Oh, but you know what they tell us? Oh, don't worry about it. That's okay. That's all people getting online buying stuff, which is a total lie. When you hear that narrative with these jibber-jabbers on CNBC or Fox News telling you the reason why all the sales in the department stores are down is because everybody's buying instead online is a lie. Because online retail sales it's always been 8.8% of total sales. It's not like online retail sales is something new. It's been around for years. It's 8.8%. No, it's the economy. The problem is she's raising rates when we have been through the worst financial recovery in 65 years. She needs her head examined, and half of all Americans, she's raising rates. Think about this, when half of all Americans can't even write a $500 check for an unexpected emergency. She's raising rates when consumers are not spending. It shows up in their credit cards. They're not using their credit cards. Why? Because they're tapped out. Why? Because their wages aren't going up. Their wages are stagnant. So their credit cards are stagnant. They can't absorb this interest rate hike. They're having problems with inflation at the food market. What is it that Yellen doesn't get? What is it she don't get? You know, even our so-called take your job and shove it indicator has pushed to new highs. 3.2 million people have said to their boss, take your job and shove it. Why? Because they're working for nothing. They're better off going on Obama's welfare. What is she thinking? She is raising rates at the worst time. And she's going to be making things more expensive. People are going to have to pay more money to borrow money on their credit cards to go buy a car. When the economy is slowing, when the economy drops from 3.4% to 9%, she's going to make things more expensive? So what's going on? Why would she do this? You have to be an idiot out of your mind or totally stupid. I'll give you the answer when I get back, especially when car sales are collapsing. She's raising rates. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know the stock market goes up 72% of the time? Then why is it that the retail customer, 80% of the time, have lost money? Because they don't know when to get out. And that's why I'm providing a product called my MV2 chart that solves that problem. It's always about when do I get out? That problem has been solved. Check it out, my MV2 chart. Don't miss it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money. The hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what Max Vest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart as low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the philsgang.com Bud C store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at philsgang.com.
That's right. Get the book, Walter's Way, an incredible book. Go to Go to philsgang.com and either click on Walter Scheer's banner or click on the shopping cart. And that takes you right to Phil's Gang Budsy store, where you also get the book in both digital and audio format. An incredible book. Walter is just an incredible man, and he's from the greatest generation. The experiences that he gives you in this book is so unbelievable. He puts most entrepreneurs, they're humbled. They're humbled. So check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and make sure you pick up this book, okay? All right. And by the way, tomorrow we're going to do a little excerpt from his book, and I think you'll enjoy it tomorrow, Friday. All right. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. A reporter asked, what if things don't work out?
Policy remains accommodative. We expect further improvement in the labor market. We expect the unemployment rate to move down further and to stay down for the next several years. So we do expect that the path of policy we think is appropriate is one that is going to lead to some further strengthening in the labor market.
Oh, really? So she asked, well...
So following on that, you expect it to move, but what if it doesn't? What if GDP doesn't pick up? What if you don't see wage measures rising? What if you don't? What if the core PCE gets stuck at 1.7%? Is it your view, perhaps, that there's a risk right now in the median forecast for DOTS that it's fewer hikes this year rather than the consensus or more?
Well, look, our policy is not set in stone. It is data dependent, and we're
Okay, here's the point. The reporters are catching on. They're going, wait a minute. With all this bad news, why is she raising rates? Now, listen to this.
I'd like to pick you up on the last topic, which is the balance sheet normalization. Clearly, you've said you don't want to start pulling in the size of the balance sheet until normalization is well underway. Could you give us some sort of sense about what well underway means?
Okay. You got to understand what they did. When the stock market crashed in 2008, they had to get the stock market to go up. So what did they do? They printed $85 billion every month and went out and bought treasuries. Why'd they do that? When you buy treasuries, the yield goes down. Why would they be interested in that? Because you have Saudi Arabia, you have China, you have other countries who love to buy our debt because they get 2.5%, 3%. They love that interest, and therefore they said, how do we get Saudi out? How do we get China out? How do we get Japan out of our treasuries to push them into the stock market, to push the stock market up without having companies doing well? Well, why don't we just buy all their debt? We'll put it on we'll buy all the treasuries and put it on our balance sheet. Our balance sheet right now, we have debt of $650 billion. We'll put it up to $4 trillion. And that's what they did. So they kept on buying all the treasuries to drop down the yield that was so unattractive from 3% down to 1.1%. They went and bought stocks, and stocks went up 125% from 2008 to 2012 without companies having to have any profits. So the argument was, well, when are you going to now unwind it off your balance sheet so we can really see what the market's like? Well, they said, we're going to keep it for a while longer. So they get to 2012, and they're asked again, are you unwind them now? Because we really want to see if the market's up 125%, can it hold itself there? Because you're holding it up. And we're going to keep it a while longer. So now here we are, 2017, and they're saying, when are you going to unwind the $4 trillion? Because we want to see really where the market would settle back. Would it come back 500 points? Would it come back 50%? Would it come back all the way? And she says, well, you know, we're going to wait, and we're going to see. We're not quite sure how many interest rates we're going to hike this. And they said, you're not sure how many interest rates? You're in charge. You don't know how many hikes we're going to have till you feel certain and confident that you can sell these and the market's not going to crash? And then she turns around and says, oh, it's not so much about how many interest rates. It's how I feel if I'm confident. Confident? Well, why are you raising rates? How can you be raising? You got to be comfortable now. to raise rates, even though auto sales are collapsing, retail sales are collapsing, wages are collapsing, stores, big stores and malls are collapsing. But you're raising rates. Don't you have confidence? Here's the bottom line. They're never going to unload the $4 trillion. It's been a bold-faced lie. The message yesterday was, we're going to continue to take the very wealthy. We're going to take care of the very rich. We're going to continue to take care of the 1 percentile in the stock market, who 80% of their income comes from stocks. That's why we're not going to unload the $4 trillion worth of bonds we bought. Because we know if we unravel them, start selling them, the stock market would go down at least 50%. So everybody was scratching their heads yesterday and going, why the hell would she do this with all this bad economic news? She stumbled. By accident, she gave us the answer. By accident, she's saying, I'm never going to unravel these because my job is to keep the market going up for 400 of the richest people in the country. That's my job. I'm the chairman. That's what they told me to do. This private company, this private banking cartel of parasites. That's what they want me to do. I'm going to do it. So, all right. If you don't want the market to come down and you want to keep it going, then what does that mean for the economy? Oh, the economy is going to get worse and worse. The economy is going to get worse. Well, what about Trump? What he's going to do? Well, she said, I don't really care about Trump. So here's the problem. So Trump's thinking, I'm going to do a budget. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do the tax cuts. I'm going to get these tax cuts done. Then I'll get corporations. When they get the tax cuts and we get rid of all the regulations, and then they're going to see that they can make a lot of money by investing back into their own company rather than buying their own shares back. They buy equipment and they start increasing productivity, and that way our economy can grow because wages will grow and our economy will grow. So I'm going to be able to tell these companies, instead of buying $500 million worth of your own stock, put the $500 million into equipment. Your productivity goes up, then the wages for your employees go up, then you start hiring new wages, and our economy will grow from 1.6% to 2.6%. And then I'll be able to absorb all this debt. Well, here's the problem. Trump knows he got screwed. And listen to what I'm saying. Trump is going to realize he should have never went after the health care bill. Whoever gave him that bad advice did it on purpose. He should have went to the tax cut first. He could have got the tax cut first and grew the economy. He could have got that tax cut through in about 3, 4, 5 weeks. This health care, they're going to bottle him up until past the summer. And he's now facing the debt. You watch. He's going to finally come out and admit, I should have listened to these people. I should have went right for the tax cut. If I went for the tax cut, I could have got this economy moving. He got set up. So what are we going to do to make money, you and I? Well, if they want to keep rallying the market by not selling the $4 trillion off, and the economy gets worse and worse, and more people go on welfare, and more people are hurting, and more people don't have jobs, and they're going to stall, and they're going to stall Trump for another year, then fine. Let's keep making money in the stock market. All I want to know is when to get out. And that's why I designed my chart. And it tells you when to get out. And that's why I'm reaching out to you folks and saying, look, for you people who don't have the time, for you people who have no interest in the stock market because you just don't have the time, this is a perfect program for you. You come in, you buy the S&P 500. I buy them. This is not a fund. I buy the S&P. And you follow me every day. It just takes you 2 minutes to see what I'm doing. I do a video every night after my radio show telling you exactly what I'm doing with the spiders, that I buy them, when I'm adding to them, when I'm getting out. Nobody will ever have the guts to do that for you. But I will do that for you, and we'll make money in this market when it's going up or going down. Join my gang right now, 877-600-GANG, or go to philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.